Dan the bodybuilder from Thailand. Experience using psychedelic mushrooms for the first time. Having my first psychedelic experience. I was sitting on the couch. I'd eaten the mushrooms. I'd eaten 3.5 grams of mushrooms. And I was feeling weird. I noticed my face. I noticed my hands. They felt, everything felt bigger. Or I just noticed it. It was on my mind. My face was on my mind. And my hands seemed swollen. They weren't, but they seemed that way. Then I noticed the doorway in front of me. And when I noticed the doorway, I noticed that it had a doorknob and that I knew what to do with the doorknob. And this was actually a wild experience because for the first time, I realized that the fact that I live in a society, I live in a state where there are doors and there are doorknobs is not natural to me. It's not natural to us humans. It doesn't mean I don't like it, because I do like it. But I realized when I looked at that doorknob and I saw it and I knew what it was for and I knew what to do with it. I knew that it was to turn and open the door. That's how I got the door open. I was able to for the first time, disconnect me being an animal and looking at something. Me being an animal in the wild, in nature, and looking at an object. That's not a natural object. I was able to look at it through those eyes. Through those eyes, and then also look at the object, the door and the doorknob, through the eyes of this second cultured reality where, oh, that's a door. There's the doorknob. You turn that to open the door. You put a key in it. I knew what to do with it. Normally, I'm taking those kinds of things for granted. Not that it's really of significant of importance, but it's the fact that these are relatively new items. They're new things that exist in the world. Doorknobs have not existed for more than, let's say, 2,000 years max, a modern doorknob. Humans have existed for at least 130,000 years, okay? And there were close species to humans before Homo sapiens evolved into us. During the whole evolution of history, in nature, we were not seeing all these things like cars, doorknobs, all of the things that you see in modern society, all the things that make up your life, people wearing clothes, these things that are just normal, okay? You see, I saw for the first time from those mushrooms, wow, it's all made up. I'm an animal sitting here. I'm a freaking animal, okay? And here I am wearing clothing, sitting in a house with windows and doorknobs on it, and there are other humans in here also sitting here in clothing. And we're watching a box. And the box has images of other humans like running on it. We're watching a movie, okay? It's called TV. And this stuff I was able to see, like, this is not natural to me. And I had just never known that before. That, yo, in nature, this is not natural. And now I'm looking at a freaking TV. I'm opening up doorknobs. I'm living in houses. I've got clothes on me. So it helped me to realize that I'm more in control of how I feel about things and what I'm going to do than I did before when I had that experience, because it just showed me that everything's made up, and like really what I am is I'm like a really intelligent monkey type animal. And, through the success of our human ancestors, we've been able to pass along knowledge and build up knowledge over time, and have now all of these technologies and all these cool things that make up our lives today and the way that we do things. But our genetics didn't evolve to get us to this point. So we're not living in our natural habitat. We're not living the way that we evolved and our genetics were made to be able to navigate the world. We're doing something else. So for me, it's motivation for me to say, hey, like I really am in control of me, and I'm in control of my destiny. Because all this culture and stuff and everything, it's great, but like, and I do enjoy it, but really what it comes down to it is I'm just another one of these super intelligent, two-legged, walking upright creatures that kind of look like monkeys on planet Earth. And I have things that I want to do, okay? Because of that intelligence, I have things that I want to do. And so I'm going to make sure that my life is spent doing those things that I want to do. Because what else is the freaking purpose? What else is the purpose? I'm a super intelligent monkey-like creature called a man, and I stand on two legs and walk around upright, and I wear clothes, and I live in a house, and I can fly around on planes and eat food manufactured in factories, all kinds of crazy shit. Take testosterone and make myself huge and muscular. A superman. But the fact of the matter is that what made me, the ancestors of my genetics, the ancestors that gave me my genetics, made my genetics, were not living in this environment. They were not living the kind of lifestyle that we are living now, okay? They were not living the lifestyle that we live today in this world. Our genetics came into being, the things that make us human. The actual DNA that makes us human was formed through living a lifestyle that is nothing like what we do today. Okay, when you take animals out of their natural habitats, it's usually not a good thing. It's usually not a good thing. It's gotten out of hand. It's gotten out of hand. This is why I've been promoting and talking to you guys about Stone Age lifestyle, baby. Stone Age man. I'm a Stone Age man in a modern world. And you know what? Since this modern world, since, they be fucking up our testosterone, you know what? I inject myself with testosterone. And so I have high as fuck testosterone. I am a Stone Age man in a modern day world with high as fuck testosterone. Although I'm just on a cruise dose, okay? Because it's TRT. That's what I'm doing, because I'm not on cycle. I'm just doing the TRT. But that's still 250 milligrams per week, which is 3 times as much as the naturals in America have. It's more similar to what our ancestors had. And that's why I'm fucking yoked. It's a part of it. It's a fucking part of it. It's not why. It's not why. Typo. But it's a part of it. All right? So, keep things in perspective, guys. Keep things in perspective. And when you are doing interpersonal relations between people, it's like those things that are in our genetics, those responses that we would have, that our ancestors would have had in the wild, those things are the natural responses that come out in us when we're doing social activities. Okay? So when you see someone bigger than you, stronger than you, taller than you, and you get a little bit tense, and you think, I don't want to make that person angry at me. The thought flies across your head, even for a moment. Those are our ancestors' genetics. Those are our ancestors' genetics, their DNA that evolved to make them have those thoughts, to protect them, to make them safe, okay? Even though they're not relevant today in this world, living in this world, this is a man-made world. This is not our natural habitat, okay? So the rules are different. But you can still take advantage of these natural things that are in our DNA, okay? You can work with the system. It's like the Matrix, okay? You want to be in the Matrix and you want to work with the Matrix. Like Neo, the One. And then you get these superpowers, okay? So you got to understand that humans have these natural instincts, these natural responses, especially social responses. And they're left over from the Stone Age. They're left over from when our DNA was being created. These social responses, big time, have not changed, okay? So that's why people that are taller, people that are bigger, people that are stronger, people that have better looking faces, women that have sexy bodies. That part, leave that out, okay? I think I just had that on my mind. But go back to the other things. All right? And those people, bigger, taller, stronger, those things matter in nature, okay? They matter. And so you get advantages, social advantages in modern day society when you possess those traits. Okay? If you don't want to accept this, then you are not in touch with reality. You're gonna have to go back to college and be brainwashed some more. Ensure that women with high genetic value or genetic fitness, survival of the fittest, the ones that if we were in the wild, these instincts are still left over, guys. They're programmed into us. We recognize these and we act on them whether we want to think about them or not. These are influencing our behavior. And when that girl sees you being nice to her, she doesn't like that in a partner, okay? And the reason why is because she sees you as less valuable than her in the social hierarchy. And then she doesn't want your genetics, okay? You ever notice that with girls who you know are way below your social value, your social status in the hierarchy, you talk to them like basically the same way you would like talk to your sister or something. And you don't give them any special treatment ever. You just treat them like they're a dude. And you ever notice that a lot of times those girls end up getting a crush on you? And you go, why is it always these girls who I have absolutely zero attraction for that get crushes on me? Guess what? You're acting like you're in a higher spot, a higher status in the social hierarchy than her. It's in your instincts because you view it this way. You view yourself as above her. And so you're treating her with zero special privileges. You treat women who are above you in social status with special privileges to try and get access to their pussy. Okay? But guess what? Guess what? Her genetics are programmed to watch for this and to tell you to fuck off, to friend zone you. Okay? So the way that you attract women, the way that you act attractive to women is you have to be higher status than them. You have to be in a higher social value to them. They have to believe that of you. That's called respecting you. That's called respecting you. That's when your woman really wants you because she believes that you are a good catch. She believes that it was hard to get you. She believes that you are higher. You will be the leader. And she can be inspired by that. And she doubts herself. This is a fact. This is a fact deep down that women are fighting. But because of their natural lovingness and their natural femininity, and I love those things about them, they're not always as confident. They're not always as confident. They don't have a cock with sperm wanting to shoot out of it that will stop at nothing to insert itself into vaginas, okay? And this is the reason why men have an undying confidence that women just don't have. And sometimes women are not going to feel like they're so good. And when they do that, they'll have like a low confidence spell. And when they do that, they want to know that you are that higher social status than them. They admire you. Why? Who do you admire? You admire you. I'm talking to you, dude. You admire people who have more skill than you, who have higher social status than you, who are in positions of higher places. When the girl is having a lack of confidence, she wants to know that you are going to be there and that you are not going to be having a lack of confidence. You are going to be strong. You are going to be her emotional rock. You are stronger than her. When she is feeling weak, she can lean on you. That's what a woman wants. And you know what is the most funniest and most insane thing is that the ones who are the feminists are the ones who want this the most. They go insane for this stuff. Like the level of attraction that they feel for the man when he displays this behavior is it's like their instincts just come screaming out of them. Screaming. The Western world has lied to you. This is not the way of nature. Women have equal but different qualities, innate qualities, talents, and tasks. Work they are naturally talented at that men are not talented at. There are innate differences that evolved in our genetics, in our DNA, and are with us today that make our brains different, that make our bodies different, that makes our social strategies different. Men are better than women at some things. Women are better than men at an equal amount of other things. A woman does not want to be the leader. When the going gets tough in nature, when the family's gonna die, she doesn't want to be the leader. She wants her mate to be the leader to save the family. She wants to turn to him to bail them out. This is the way of nature. She knows inside of her that her emotions are like a storm and that she cannot control them. She knows that there are times when she cannot control her emotions. This is a fact of females. It's something that makes them feminine. And that's another one of the reasons why we love them. We're okay with this. She needs to know that when she succumbs to those emotions, when times get tough, when things are on the line, in nature, when the family's gonna die, and she doesn't have the strength to carry on, she needs to know that you do. She needs to know that you will protect her and her children. Okay? This has been Dan, the bodybuilder from Thailand.